This is the heaviest snow we've had so far this winter, and there's more on the way. So I thought today would be a good day to answer a question many of you have asked me recently. How is the hoop house holding up? I built the hoop house in the fall of 2015, so this is its third winter. It's about 13 by 9.5 feet and has a simple wooden frame that's built on top of a cedar raised bed. On the sidewalls, the wood frame gives us 3 feet of vertical wall before the hoops start arching. Though the framing on the sidewalls is very simple, there's a little bit more to the end walls, which provide an opening for the door as well as support for the purlins. The hoops are 3/4 inch Schedule 40 PVC and is anchored to the ground as well as attached to the raised bed and the wood frame. I use 6mm greenhouse film, and that's attached to the wood frame using 1x2 furring strips. But I won't get more into the construction today. If you'd like to learn more about how the hoop house was built, please see this link. One question I'm often asked is how often do we have to replace the PVC pipes? The assumption being that the pipes get brittle and break often. Well, I've been using Schedule 40 PVC for hoops in low tunnels and now our hoop house for over 10 years, and we've never had a single pipe break. In fact, the low tunnels here in the hoop house were built using some of the first PVC pipes we ever bought. I suspect that many of the stories about PVC becoming brittle and breaking had to do with the fact that they used the pipes on much larger structures or they used a lighter grade PVC than Schedule 40. For larger structures, I definitely recommend using metal pipes instead of PVC. Another question people often ask is, won't PVC degrade greenhouse plastic when it comes into contact with it? And the answer to that question is yes. The PVC can cause the greenhouse plastic to break down and tear prematurely. To prevent that from happening, we covered our PVC with UV-resistant white Gorilla Tape, which is a type of duct tape. As a result, we've never seen that sort of damage to our greenhouse film. In fact, we used the film for many years, far longer than the 4-year guarantee provided by the manufacturer. People also often ask how well the hoop house handles the snow load here in the Chicago area. Now, we typically get about 3 feet of snow per year, though I don't think we've had quite that much in the last few years. Even so, we've never seen any stress whatsoever on the hoop house from the snow, and certainly no damage. The vertical sidewalls help the hoop house shed snow fairly well, and I brush off snow to prevent more than 6 inches accumulating at a time. Another key to how well our hoop house handles the snow load is that the plastic is on very tight. As a result, the snow sheds fairly well, and we don't have large pockets of snow developing in the plastic, which could potentially pull down the structure. It's about to fall off right now. There it goes. I couldn't have asked for a better demonstration than this on how well the hoop house sheds snow. Now that the snow is slid off the south side of the hoop house, it sounds like the north side is going. There it goes. Bye-bye. Well, I couldn't have asked for a better demonstration than that on how well the hoop house sheds snow, and there goes some more. Now to my final point. Again, the plastic being tight has a very big impact on the structural integrity of the hoop house. One thing it does is when there's snow on top, it obviously wants to push the hoops down at the top and then out on the sides. But the plastic is very strong and very tight and prevents that from happening and keeps the hoop house strong. Another question people often ask is how much maintenance the hoop house requires. Now, again, this is just our third winter, but so far I haven't made a single repair to the wood frame. In fact, I've actually removed some of the cross braces because I figured out that it was really overkill and it wasn't needed. The only repairs I've ever made to the hoop house were to the greenhouse film, and that's because we have a lot of trees in the area and we've had a number of small branches pierce the plastic after flying off trees in windstorms. This damage is easily repaired with greenhouse tape, which is a UV-resistant tape made specifically for patching greenhouse film. Other than that, I've made no repairs and maintenance has been next to nothing. The last question I'll answer today is whether we'd do anything differently if we had to do it all over again. And I think the answer to that is no. We're very happy with how well the hoop house has done these past 3 winters. That said, I want to reiterate a point I made earlier. If we lived in an area that had a lot more snow than the Chicago area, or if we wanted to build a larger structure, I would use metal conduit pipe instead of PVC. And there's one final point I forgot to make. Basically everything I said today about the hoop house also applies to our hinged low tunnels. So they don't appear to be shedding the snow quite as well yet. So I'm going to go ahead and clear the snow off the low tunnels because we're expecting more snow tonight. I'll see you next time. Come on, buddy, let's go inside. Too much snow out here, Oscar. Little snow leopard. Come on, boy.